But we're going to start with just me though, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are we ready to go?
Yeah, there's like a minute left on the countdown.
What time is it right now?
12:16.
Okay. How come we're starting then instead of 12:10?
Huh?
We should try to start at 12:10.
Okay. That's what I said it for. I was going based off the last time we did 12:15.
12:10 is what we try to do. We just weren't ready on time last time.
Gotcha.
And then how will I know what's on the screen?
Anything on the right box is what the viewers are seeing.
The right box. Okay, so now we're starting in 10 seconds.
Yeah, so I'm going to put you live.
Okay.
And
All right, guys. Happy Monday. We are here on this shortened week. That's right. It is the Christmas week. We're going to have that half day of trading on Thursday. Equity markets closed at 1, I believe. And then we are full steam ahead. No work on Friday, Christmas Day. Full steam ahead on that break. All right, guys, I am going to start today off in the same way that I start every single day, which is to remind you guys of the point of the show. The reason why we are spending these 45, 50, 60 minutes together is because we want this to be the best trade idea resource out there. Ideas not just coming from myself, not just coming from Jason, who may make a sneak appearance today, but also from all of our guests and ZingerNation. That is all of you out there, guys. So if you're watching, if you're tuned in, go ahead, hit that like button. Every like you hit brings more people into the feed. It tells the YouTube algorithm that ZingerNation needs to grow. We need to get more folks in here. And so that is exactly why I make that pitch every day. But all right, guys, so we've got a pretty jam-packed show ahead of us today. So a couple of the things going on. We're going to do a live portfolio update. I'm going to talk about some of these stocks that I'm trading, and specifically Tesla. Let's go Tesla, making us some money today, believe it or not. We're also going to talk about SWI, that's Solarwinds. I mean, that is a company that went from being a ticker to a story. And what I mean by that is, it used to be one of those things that all of us who are trading and in the markets, we were watching that thing. We knew what was going on with it. And then over the end of last week into the weekend, it became like a totally a Main Street story. So we're going to dig into that one as well. We're then going to bring a couple guests on to talk about what they're trading. And if we have time, we're going to do a little bit of trivia. Somebody is saying, producer Rohan, that we have an echo. So if you could work on that, that would be great. But all right, guys, without further ado, I mean, let's hop straight into it. I am going to pull up my live portfolio. This is the same portfolio that we look at every single day. Rohan, could you get that on the screen? All right, guys, check this out. These are the days that I love. You've heard me say this before, right? I absolutely love and live for these days where the market is getting killed and we are doing okay. We're flat right now, $20 change. I mean, it's like less than 0.1% change. You know, we were green just a minute ago, so I imagine it'll be flipping around back and forth. But check it out. Let's go Tesla. Air horns there for Tesla. That is right, guys. Even though Tesla is down 5% today, let's look at this Tesla stock. Boom, 5.5% drop there. Pull it up on our Benzinga Pro. The news is that it's added to the S&P 500. We saw all those block trades fly through after the close of trading on Friday as all the funds scrambled to add Tesla into their portfolios that need to follow the S&P performance. Stock is down 5%. We don't care. Because, again, as a reminder, what we did with Tesla is we sold the 500 strike puts last week. So here's the contract right here. You can see this on the screen. Down 77%. That is good for us because we sold the puts. We're short the contract. So really, we're in essence up about 77% on that trade. Again, what we did is we collected about $2,000 of premium to sell the 500 strike puts on Tesla. In December 31st date. So basically, as long as Tesla is above $500 per share by December 31st, we are good. We are in the clear. We're walking home with that $2,000 for free. Let's go. Not a bad return. You know, 14 trading days or so to pull out that kind of cash. What we then did, we sort of wanted to make this trade interesting, is we flipped that $2,000 of premium that we got into Ford calls, right? It was sort of like our Uber EV trade, sort of our unexpected EV trade. So we collected the premium for free from Tesla. We then bought 2022 calls way out there in Ford, basically on the basis that they have their big EV platform rolling out. We've seen all the money fly into these EV stocks. We want to get in on some of that action, and especially when we can do it in a less known or expected way. And so that's where we flipped into these Ford calls. And those way out calls in Ford were actually amazingly cheap. I think we picked up about 25 contracts or so. Let's see right here. Okay, so we picked up 20 contracts. So it could have some decent upside in plenty of time for it. So that's what I got on the live portfolio update. The only other thing, if we scroll down, USO oil is getting absolutely smoked today. Go ahead, check out any of those oil stocks. I'm just going to hammer in some random tickers. BP down 6%. Total down 2.5%. Chevron down 2%. Oil getting smoked today basically on the new UK COVID. We got new COVID coming out of the UK, which you guys are all probably aware of. And basically the idea with oil and how that COVID play interacts with oil is that if you know, we are not able to reopen, we have to lock down again, projects get delayed, right? That's both infrastructure projects, that's absolutely travel, both car, airplane, whatever it may be, oil is somehow involved in pretty much everything that we do as a society. And so if you're wondering how is oil impacted by COVID, that is absolutely how. All right, so that's the deal there, guys. And before we go ahead and bring our guests on, I just want to look at one other stock I talked about just a second ago. This is Solarwinds, ticker SWI, Sandy Whiskey India. Don't like this one. The deal with Solarwinds, let me go ahead. I'm going to pull up a 1-month chart on the screen here. Check that out. Stock got absolutely obliterated last week. You can see it was trading at about $23.50. Thing ran all the way down to as low as $14 a share. On Monday, we threw out the warning that said, if you guys are trying to buy the dip on SolarWinds, which a lot of people were, be careful. And the reason why we threw out that warning was because of the word FBI, yes, Federal Bureau of Investigations. There was a headline out over the weekend, the SolarWinds, they didn't give us a ton of details, but they said there was some sort of a hack, and they're working with the FBI to come to a resolution. Okay, we didn't know what the hack was. We didn't know how big it was. We didn't know who was impacted last weekend, last Monday. But again, when a company says they're working with the FBI on anything, I mean literally anything, I think that's time to run. That was basically our sign. Is, you know, we don't want to be in this thing if they have the word FBI attached to the stock. And we were right. Look at this thing. It fell from 1950 at that point on Monday down to as low as 14. Right now trading at 16. The stock is getting a little bit of a dead cat bounce today up 12%. I would still be extremely cautious on this name. If you're trying to trade this thing, I think absolutely go ahead and trade it, just like you can absolutely go ahead and trade anything. But if you're trying to buy this stock for the long run, you're trying to pick up the dip on here, I would, again, warn, just be absolutely careful. Do it with capital that you know you can lose. We did get not confirmation, but almost confirmation that there was a Russia-related hack. At least 20 organizations are impacted because of the Solarwinds hacking, and it's been going on for a long time, like months. Like the Russians have been in there for months, which of course is problematic. And that's why I don't think where this thing is going to settle out. I mean, at 16 bucks here, it is trading at a huge discount to where it was at, about 33%. But again, I'm sitting on the sidelines with this one. I think it's a little bit scary. Whenever you have the word FBI involved, I think you just got to be a little bit nervous. And guys, go ahead and throw me in the chat. I want to crowdsource this one. If you guys like SolarWinds, go ahead and hit the 1 for me. If you don't like SolarWinds, give me the 2. I'm curious where everybody is at on this one. I would definitely be at the 2 with this name. I think, again, you have FBI, anything, it's an opportunity to run and hide. And there it goes. We've got 2s, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2 in the chat. We've got 2 people with stomachs of steel. Talking Bread, Sean Elliott, in with the 1s on SolarWinds. They are by the dippers. Guys, drop in your thesis. If you have something that we're not thinking about with this stock, you're long it, go ahead and tell us. I think we all know why we don't like this thing, and we're hanging out on the short side. But if you're long this one, go ahead and drop the thesis in. Would love to hear that one. There's another one. So 3 people out of, I would say, 50 or 60. And I see Papa Hanj in the chat saying FBI equals no, 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 no. Yep, that's basically my thinking too, because again, we don't know where this thing is going to settle out. But all right, Rohan, I think it is time to bring some guests on. Can we go ahead and do that? And while you're doing that, I'm just going to load up the next ticker FUBO, FuboTV. If you guys have not been watching this thing, check it out. This is a 1-month chart I have here up on the screen. Stock is gapped basically from 28 bucks to 48 bucks in 3 trading sessions, something along those lines. What this is a streaming play. It's I believe in the sports market. I don't entirely know. Here's a company description right there for you. But check out that thing. I've seen it trending on Twitter. It looks like it's got a ton of momentum behind it. I'm not in this stock yet. What I'm going to be looking out for, I'm just going to zoom into a 5-day chart here. We see some highs up here right at the top of the chart. If we retest those highs and break out, I might hop into this thing to try to swing some of the momentum, keeping tight stops on it. But just want to bring some awareness there. The stock did get a $40 price target by Wedbush last week on Wednesday. And then Motley Fool came out with a buy rating on this stock. So again, always be careful with stocks that double really quick. But when they have that kind of momentum, could be some opportunities to let it fly. All right, and I got the thumbs up from Rohan. There we go. All right, we're live. Hugh, Dan, welcome to the Power Hour. Awesome to have you guys here.
Thanks for having us, man.
Uh-oh, I can't hear you guys. You could be muted, the classic mute trick, or it's just not working. Based on the thumbs down that I'm getting, I'm guessing that it's not working. Could you give me a thumbs up if that's the case? We're switching the thumbs down to a thumbs up. Yep. All right, producer Rohan, we got to get some audio going, man.
All right, let's go back to you until we get the audio working.
All right, we're coming back to me for just a second.
Shit. Fuck.
Can you guys hear me? Hugh, Dan?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you say, okay. All right, so I can't hear you, Dan, which is really a bummer. I know,
Can you
what
hear
the
me?
hell? Second time around. All right, I'm dropping a trivia question in the chat. Well, the question is, what is the most gaining stock of the year? That's the question to the chat. The stock is now a large cap. That's literally the only parameter. I ran a screen of all the most gaining stocks of the year. I want to hear what that thing is. All right. Here they're coming. Tesla, no. Genius Brands, no. Roku, no. Acuity, blank. NIO. There we go. It's in. It's in a million times over. Number one on the list is, in fact, NIO. Holy crap. You guys are throwing tickers out there. All right, so most gaining stock of the year, this crazy-ass year that we've had, is NIO. Number two on the list, this one got about probably the second most number of guesses, is Tesla, ticker TSLA, Tandy Single Lima Alpha. Number three on the list, I don't think I saw this one at all. No, it's not Novavax. I saw somebody guess Novavax, but it is a cousin of Novavax. Moderna, yes, our vaccine maker. And yes, we are in Moderna. Let's go back to this live portfolio. Let me pull that up for a second. And oh God. All right, Moderna's giving up its gains, but I'm still giving it the round of applause. Let's go. There's the round of applause on Moderna. We're in this thing up 100% so far. But Moderna, number three on the list. Number four on the list, I saw this one come through a shit ton of times too. Zoom, ticker ZM. Yes, good guess on that one. And then the last stock on the list, this is one that surprised me. I didn't expect to see this one. Literally nobody guessed this ticker either out of the chat, out of the wave of guesses that we have. Ticker SE, Sandy Echo C Limited. This is the Chinese one, I think, right? Can somebody throw me the confirm that that's what C is? Then yes, somebody say Novavax up over 2,000%. If it's didn't make the cut, it didn't make the cut. I'm sorry. Let me see if I can't pull up the full list here. All right, 1 year. There it is. Rohan, can you put the screen, my screen back up? All right, guys, check it out. I'm going to throw you some zooms. This is the list. This is the most gaining list. So NIO, Tesla, Moderna, Zoom, C, Pinduoduo, Twilio, Square, Snap, etc. A lot of our COVID winners there. All right. And let's do...
Hey, can you hear me?
Let's talk about this Moderna trade a little bit since we just brought the ticker up.
I can see Luke.
For anybody who's been watching for a while, you guys know that I've been in Moderna since $66. When we got in this thing, I thought we were late to the trade, but we weren't. I mean, stock's at 140 now, so obviously a clear gap here. I'm going to pull up the 1 month chart on Moderna now. All right, check this thing out. This is, or 1 month, there we go. All right, so the momentum's cracked, right? We were straight up in Moderna for weeks, like 3 weeks. It was every morning I walk in, Moderna's green, 5%, 5%, 3%, 5%, 5%, lose a percent, 5%, 5%. I mean, that was the deal with Moderna. Whenever I have momentum on those kinds of stocks, I just let those things fly. We are in the most momentum-driven market that I've ever seen. Oh, I'm getting word that we hear Hugh. Yeah, let's bring him on. There we go. Hugh, can you hear me? Dan, can you hear me? Can you throw me a... Gosh, darn it. Nope. I still don't hear you, Dan. I mean, this is pretty effed.
We're good. We're good.
All right, we hear Hugh, though. All right.
You hear me?
Wait, Dan, say something again. Nope, we're no Dan, but we have Hugh at least. We got
What's up, baby? I'll talk for both of us.
All right, there we go. I like it. What's up, man?
Yes.
Thank you for bearing with us.
Yeah. So Dan and I, we wear our Hawaiian shirts on days like this.
What do you mean? What do you mean by days like this?
Days like this when SPY is red. We've never seen SPY red. So, we like to think happy thoughts. We like happy thoughts. We like, sunshine, sunnier days ahead. Our hair though, we kind of do our hair like this too because I mean, it's just a mess. It's just a mess. My portfolio, I saw your portfolio is looking pretty good. Mine's a little red today. But I know most of
Are you
Atlas
like
is
in the
green.
travel stocks or what?
No, I'm mostly, right now, what I'm mostly focused on is my vaccine. So we just finished up with PFE. Now we're going through J&J. And on top of J&J is EBS, which is what I really like, is like a secondary to J&J.
Which ticker was that?
EBS, Elizabeth, brother, sister.
Okay, so it's Emergent Biosolutions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and this is one of the ones that you like right now?
Yeah, this is one of the ones I like right now. They did a huge deal with J&J on approval of the vaccine. I mean, their market cap's right around $4 billion. The deal with them is about 10% of that on approval. It's kind of trickled down recently because it's been out of the headlines. But I really think that we could be looking at close to those all-time highs again.
Okay, so basically the catalyst that you're looking for is you want to see this deal go through. That happens,
Yeah.
they get $400 million, the stock pops.
Yeah. Well, yeah, so they already signed the deal. Now they're just waiting on J&J to get that EUA approval. And then based on that, that's when, like, which should happen. I mean, they're the only single dose. I mean, they can have 1 billion doses ready by the end of next year. In my opinion, they're the front runner for the vaccine in the long term.
Okay. All right, what about my Moderna, though? That's been my baby all year.
I'm actually starting short on Moderna today.
Oh, shit.
On that 150.
We got to go head-to-head on this one. Why?
Yeah. Why? Well, listen. I personally, I'm starting short because I think that they won't be able to, and this is, the great thing about the Discord that we're in, Atlas, is that we have great conversations. And someone in there, Adelon, she talks about, she has her doctor, and she really, one of the reasons that I was looking short was because she doesn't think that Moderna can really, that they can deliver the vaccines. So that's why I started in short. Overall, their market cap's up huge.
When you say deliver, does that mean like the technology is the problem? Or is it like the actual production of them?
No, well, the production in the long term, but I'm talking more short term right now. For where the market cap is, I mean, the vaccine's not going to be a huge money winner. It's not HIV. The government's not going to let them sell for $200-300 per dose, which for their market cap, that's what they would need to sell it at.
That's true, but here's part of my bull thesis on it though, right? Is does any of that matter? I mean, the volume demands are going to be so insane, and it's not going to be individuals who are paying for the vaccines, at least in a lot of countries, right? And you're going to have governments bidding against each other to get access to it. Like every nation in the world wants these vaccines. So can they go and they say, hey, Spain, if you want your 100 million doses, it's got to be at this price or something along those lines.
And that's a really good point. And that's what kind of brings me to what I was saying about J&J, is that J&J, with EBS and through their different manufacturers, they have, they have the scalability. I don't think Moderna, and even Pfizer to a certain degree, I don't think they have that kind of scalability. And how many people, let me ask you a question, Luke. Yep. How do you personally, would you go and get the vaccine right now?
I don't know. I've been going back and forth on this one. I lean towards no.
I'm waiting for J&J. I don't want to go back twice. I don't like needles. I don't like if the efficacy is good after one dose. I don't want to go back. I want to go there once and be done. And that's how I feel. Is that why I really think Johnson & Johnson's going to be the front runner.
But is that more of a concern to you than just like the whole? Am I going to grow a third arm from the vaccine in general?
No, but here's the thing: is that there's a study out. What do we call it? From the United Kingdom. Let me find it. I'll link it to you later. It says that 65% of people are waiting till the vaccine hits a certain percentage, whether that percentage be 30% of the population, 40% of the population. So to me, that says that people are waiting till they can get something that has proven itself and that they don't have to go back for booster shots. I don't want to go back for two shots and then come back in 2 years for another one. If J&J can do it in one and be done with it, fine. Then we're going to see a huge spike in the amount of vaccines that people, the amount of people that get vaccines.
Yeah, I mean, and I think that's fair, right? And of course, like a one-dose solution is better. But when we're talking about for some populations, it's already going to be a year out before they can get access to it. I think that, if I'm told, hey, I'm up in line, I'm like in the bottom bucket, but it's finally my turn, and I got to do the double dose. Of course, I prefer the single dose, but if I'm going to take the vaccine, I mean, the double dose, whatever, I can do it. But all right, so there's vaccine stocks. Hugh, what other, give us some other names, and then also people in the chat are asking what the Discord is. Can you tell us what that Discord is?
Yeah, so the Discord is actually where I started out trading. It's called Atlas. It was started by PJ Matlock.
There you go. Look at Dan's sign.
Zach,
everybody, Dan has a sign.
Look at Dan. Yeah, and so we just hit 75,000 members. We're a free Discord. It's all education-based. Zach Morris, he was on Fubo at 9. I saw you talking about it earlier. He's killing it. He netted 7 figures on this trade. PJ, awesome. He's a great dude. He sits there and he codes like thousands and thousands of lines of codes just to make sure that the Discord's running every day for 75,000 people. And that's where we started. That's why we created Pennies Going in Raw, which we just surpassed. We're now top 15 podcast in business. We just surpassed Jim Cramer, Rich Dad Poor Dad, and
I
Gary
have a soundboard
Vee.
For a reason.
Thank you.
There it is. Okay. All right, keep going.
Yeah, so we're really excited about the way that things are working. Our biggest thing is that we wanted to create a place where everyone can have different kinds of education, large caps, small caps. Our producer, Vinny, I swear to God, he worked 50 hours. He works in the Navy, and he works 50 hours for us minimum. So we're really excited about where everything's going. We just reached 75,000 members. When I joined, we were at like 10,000. We just wanted one place where people who didn't know necessarily how to invest or if they wanted to invest or if they want to trade stocks, somewhere where they could come and get all that information for free. And that's really why we created Penny Going in Raw as well.
And so are you guys like buying for the long term? Are you swing trading? Is it intraday? Like what does that look like?
So we have everything in between there. I'm mostly a swing trader. I'm a thesis catalyst swing trader. But then and so is Zach. And then you have PJ, who PJ is in, he's in and out of things within minutes. And then you got Dan, I don't even know what you call that strategy. I've never heard of it. He has 50 different tickers. He buys it when it's low. He sells it when he feels like it's high. But guess what? He's up like 2,000% this year. He's absolutely killing it. So it's a little bit of everything.
Wait, he's trying to give us a symbol.
4,000%.
4,000.
4,000%.
Come on, don't shortchange him. I mean, 4,000%. That's a good
I'm
year.
the worst. I know. Yeah. So we're really excited about the way that things are moving. We're trying to get the podcast to top 10 next. We just ended. We're finishing season 2. Up next week with an interview with Zach Morris, and then in the new year we're gonna start season 3.
All right. And Dan, you've been communicating with us via signs on your paper. Can you give us a ticker you like right now? Can we get a ticker sign? And while he's doing that, Hugh, we talked vaccine stocks. What are some of the other ones you like?
Yeah, so something that I really like too as well that we talked about is going from the short side for swings. And one thing that I personally love, and I can't wait till every time that they come out with the press release, is Nikola, NKLA. And I love every single time.
All right, and Dan's throwing
Nikola,
up his IPOC.
Yeah, IOPC is nice too.
Wait.
IOPC, AMCI.
Okay, so that's a SPAC play. Do you know what they're merging with, you?
IPOC
Somebody in the chat knows. Tell me what IPOC is merging with, please. But all right, and then Hugh, sorry, I cut you off. You were just throwing a ticker out there.
Yeah, so NKLA is one where anytime that they get a press release, I love to short it. I think that them having even $100 million market cap is absurd. It's my favorite thing to short in the world. Anytime that they get a press release, I'm there. I'm there.
Okay.
We shorted it from the 30s, and I can't wait till we get another press release from them.
But you have to admit, when they rolled that truck down the hill, it was a pretty good roll. I mean, it rolled very nicely.
I was shocked. I had no idea. $1 billion toy truck company. Exactly.
Well, I mean, for it to roll down the hill, we know that some things had to be in order, right? Like, it had wheels. It probably had brakes. Yeah. Yeah,
I mean, I can put my sister in an Eagles jersey and call her an NFL player, but if it doesn't, she's not going to tackle like Brian Dawkins.
Yeah. I mean, that was I think that as we do like our year recap, right? Something that we do at Benzinga every year that's a lot of fun is we do like our favorite stories of the year, or like the craziest things that we think happened the year in the markets. That Nikola story is going to be the craziest thing, I think, for this year.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there's so many wild things that happened this year. Yeah, I remember, we hit we were averaging about 1,000% play every month from February to June, and it just couldn't. Yeah, LK would be the biggest thing, 5 years ago. Now it's on the back burner of everybody. Everybody forgot about LK.
Wait, what is LK? Is that Luckin Coffee?
Yeah.
Chinese Starbucks. Okay.
Yeah, the one that they locked up for, what was it, like 3 months?
Yeah, that was a problem.
Yeah, that one too.
So in terms of the Nikola strategy, so you said you like to wait for the press releases to come out. And so basically, is it every time that they have news, you hit it, or like it gets run up into an announcement or something along those lines?
Yeah, exactly. So when we saw the EVs kind of running up about 6 weeks ago, I knew that the lockup was coming. And, I mean, Trevor Milton, who's not only is he not the CEO anymore, he's the CEO who, mastermind the entire company. He's gone. He has 90 million shares. The float is like 250 million. So he could just take the thing down by himself.
I mean, dude, he might go to
so I
jail.
started. I'd be shocked if he was still inside the country. Shocked.
Yeah, if I'm him, I'm out of here. I'm in Argentina right now.
I'd honestly be shocked.
Yeah.
Sorry, what was it?
I said I'm in Argentina right now if I'm him. I'm in Venezuela.
I mean, it should have been a red flag when he was buying a $35 million mansion in Utah. I mean, you don't see any of these other, I mean, he plastered his name on any kind. It reminds me of SAVA, the Alzheimer's company. The CEO ran it from 75 cents all the way up to $12, and then it tanked on news. But guess what? He was far out. So he reminds me of the same CEO from SAVA. I mean, so I really think that anytime that they're pumping it up or a press release is coming, it's just so that insiders can sell more shares. That's how I feel. I get short anytime that they have a press release.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I saw somebody in the chat too throwing Kodak. That was my favorite thing to hate. Every time Kodak got those vaccine pops, I came out against that thing. I have not gotten more internet hate from anything. Like, I've been like dead wrong a lot of times. I got more internet hate for shorting Kodak than anything I've ever done in my life. But it's the same sort of story.
Oh yeah, I actually
just a PR machine.
It's a PR machine. On the first time that it ran, I lost 6 figures on it. I got squeezed out so hard.
Yeah. It was because you tried to hit it on the short side, and it just kept moving.
I tried to hit it on the short side the first time that it ran, like, what was it, 2,000%?
Yeah. It was
and I got squeezed out. Yeah.
Damn. That's the problem with them. All right, and people are saying IPOC is going crazy in the chat. I just pulled the chart up for myself. Look at this thing. $13.50. Yeah, that's a move. Let's go. 12%, air horns.
Luke, this is fun. We should do this every week.
I'm down for it, man. I mean, I just got a soundboard 2 weeks ago, right? I don't know if there you go. You can see that.
Nice.
This thing, I mean, it makes it way more fun. So, yeah, let's get this thing going.
Yeah, I'm not doing anything around this time every week.
Perfect. And we're going to need to get Dan's audio fixed, producer Rohan, for next time.
It's Alabama. Nothing works down there.
I know. And Rohan is saying, Dan, check the vMix chat. I don't know if that means anything to you. It does not mean anything to me. But maybe there's a solution there. That would be cool if there was. All right, Hugh, do you have any other tickers for us? If not, I want to pitch you one.
Yeah, pitch me one. Let me hear it.
All right. I talked about this one a little bit at the front of the show. This is a stock that I've recently gotten into pretty big. The stock has been like the dog of the decade, as I like to call it, and it's Ford, ticker F. All right, I'm sitting here in Detroit, Michigan, so yes, I am a little bit biased for a Ford versus a Tesla. But hey, we'll try to take the bias out of it. Basically, the thesis on Ford is there's a couple things going for it. One is it has the EV platform rolling out next year. Two, it has the Bronco rolling out next year. Those are both like the story side. Whenever I look at for a stock, I want to have both the story and valuation. So those are the two stories. And then on the valuation side, I mean, this thing is trading in line with like a General Motors, with a Toyota, and that sort of thing. So if there's any sort of sales pop, they should get some multiple expansion. So there's the pitch on Ford.
You disconnected.
Oh, and I think that we lost him right as I was finishing. Right as we could start hearing Dan, right as I finished my pitch to Hugh, it's back to just Luke. All right, Dan's back. Let's go. Let's go. We're getting this thing going. Come on now.
All right. Can you hear me now?
You sound beautiful, Dan.
Great. Yeah, I'm not like good at writing, so I'm glad that I can use my voice now. I was feeling really left out.
You adapted quickly in order to communicate with us.
Yeah. My parents always told me better seen, not heard. So this was nothing new to me. I had it ready the whole time.
There we go. All right. Yeah, you pulled that one out of the childhood. Okay.
Right. Yeah, so I'm sure you're tired of dealing with Hugh. I know he's not exactly the brains behind this operation. So if you have any questions for me, I know you just saw what I did to IPOC. I like
let's
to
talk
do
about
what
that
I call.
one. What's going on with IPOC?
Oh, well, as you can tell, it's going up a lot. One thing I always say is the second I know anything about a stock is when I've been in it too long. So one thing I like to do is never learn anything about these stocks. And what I really like to do, I play the price action. And, it's like someone talking to me, and the IPOC gods told me like right beforehand to let everyone know. And as you're saying, if you took the advice, you're reaping the benefits of it right now. So, that's no problem.
Okay, so you're basically playing off the momentum and the levels in these things. Is that right?
Yeah, that's just about all there is to it. Prayer also helps a lot. I don't know if you're religious, even if you're not.
Okay, No, I have not incorporated that into my trading, but I'm also not up 4,000% this year. So if I incorporate the prayer, it might give me that boost.
Yeah, I know. That's one of the things is prayer definitely helps. I got fired from my job and I was down 50% on the year. And then I was like, hey, God, if you're hearing me, help, please. And now you're seeing where I'm at now. So that's incredible.
All right. Let's get a round of applause for God going. Okay. Here we go.
Thank you, God.
Giving Dan the bump there.
Hey,
but all right, Dan,
I
so
think
like for this IPOC, like how did you know when to get into this thing? Or have you been in this name for a while, or you got in it today, or what's the deal?
So, obviously where a lot of this newfound momentum comes from is people slapping Twitter Furu's calls too quick, but what I like to do is I'll make a list, I have a list of the ones, I find the proper entries from the ones I trust, and then I just play the price action on them once I find them. And I liked IPOC, it sounded like an Apple product, so, I thought that was just a given for me to go in off rip, and you're seeing it now. I mean, 13% in a day. Hell, just the phone call. So, I mean, it's working. It's working hard.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, were you in this thing before today, or you got into it today? Or?
Oh yeah. So it was probably called around the 10:30s. With SPACs taking a nice dip the past couple days, especially like early last week. It was a good time to load some of those SPAC dips and take advantage of that.
Yep. Okay. Got it. All right.
Hey,
I like that.
I think
what
we
are other tickers on your radar? You have anything else we should be looking at right now?
I do think SPACs are hot right now. A lot of the momentous ones, they even that you're just seeing around, like AMCI, and you're seeing PIC go up running up to that merger went like 30% over just Friday after hours, and you're seeing that continue, and that's always exciting to watch one of these stocks that so many people are in really blow up.
Yeah. Like a strategy that I was thinking about with these SPACs is like, should we just buy all of them pretty much? Like if they're pretty much trading at their par value, your downside is capped. All of these things are running 20, 50, 100%. Like, should I just build a basket that has all of them in it?
Trade your plan.
Yeah.
So one of the things, and it's funny because my girlfriend's father actually called me one day and asked if he should buy QS, and it was trading at like $83 a share. And I said, and he said, why don't I just buy every SPAC a week before the merger? And the only thing with that is that if you look at seasonality, one thing that happened in the dot-com bubble is that right before we saw a huge correction, every IPO and every single reverse merger traded up massive. And that was actually one of the seasonality indexes that I use as, to see when it's kind of start to, look back and, see where we can scale down. And that is interesting though, because that is something that I know I've been asked a few times.
Yeah, absolutely. And okay, so I'm going to ask you guys this question, right? Is generally speaking, like, how long are you right now? I mean, this market's been straight up. I've been maybe 95 or so % long. At some points, I was as much as 130% long, like way in on margin. But where are you guys at with that?
I'll go first if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm actually towards like that August, September. I don't know how much you had in it then. It was kind of rough for a lot of people back then. And I kind of went down to about 40 to 60%. And I'm just edging back up to like that 70, 75. But I'm making sure to keep a good bit of cash on hand. I don't go into margin too crazy.
Which is safe, of course.
Yeah, I woke up down about $250,000 today, and I just turned green. So Luke, thank you. Before I came on this show, I was red, and now we are green. I think J&J is up about another %. I mean, it's up about 1% since we came on. So there we go.
Well, Hugh,
so
you can't thank me, right? It was Dan's trading tip. You incorporate the prayer into your trading. That's how you get the big returns.
I saw him
exactly.
say a quick prayer. I made sure to get some calls on that dip to SPY this morning. I felt like there could be something, and those paid as well. There's been a lot of just plays out in the open going on, and it's pretty obvious to see if the longer you've been in it, and a lot of the personality of stocks are starting to show, which you can find out more about in our podcast. Benny's going in raw on all major platforms.
All right, you guys
about to be top 10.
Check out the podcast. Wait, Hugh, did you say you want to get to the top 10?
No,
I said we want to get
about
to number
to be top
1
10.
right now. I
want to get to number 1, baby. Let's go.
Right now, we are number 12 business, number 9 investing, and number 4 stock market. I think we can get to number 1 stock market. See, tell the Motley Fools, see you later, because we're coming on up. Retail traders coming through. Choo choo.
Yeah, and let's get that second stimulus check going straight to Robinhood accounts.
Yeah.
Let's go. Federal Reserve, send the money straight to Robinhood.
Straight into J&J calls. Come on, baby.
If they just put the $600 into Robinhood accounts with options available, they're already pre-approved, I think you'd see money being able to flow through the market for at least 2 more years with all the great decisions that a lot of people would make with those.
Yeah, absolutely. Or they cut out the Robinhood step. They just give everybody 1 share of Tesla. $660 right now. Pump them a share of Tesla and we're cooking.
It's also not a bad idea.
Cool. All right, awesome, guys. I got to get us running, unfortunately. Our time is coming to an end. But Dan, thank you for bearing with us for the sound. Hugh, thank you for giving that prayer in there and flipping the portfolio green. Whenever you're down $250,000, it's probably a bad day. But guys, I mean, this was awesome. We need to get this going more regularly.
Yeah. I had a lot of fun. I think Hugh did too. And thank you for having us, man. And you have a good green day.
All right.
Luke,
sure,
I actually just got a message. I got a message asking if you would join the Atlas Discord.
Boom. I'll be in there. Give me till this afternoon.
Done.
Everybody go join it.
Sounds good.
Unless you don't want to make money. If you don't want to make money, don't join the Discord is basically what they're saying. But if you want to make money,
Yeah, Atlas forever. All right. Thank you again for having us, man. And we'll see you next
Luke.
time.
Cool. Thanks,
All right,
guys. All right, peace. See you in the Discord. All right, guys. How was that? Everybody like having these guests now? I mean, the whole guest thing is new for us. You know, throw that one in the chat if you like the guest. Throw the two if you don't. Anybody who throws in the two, we're banning you out of the chat room. We're hitting that mute button. Yeah, there we go. There's all the ones. There's all the hearts. Doing one last portfolio check before we log off. In just like Hugh said, he flipped green on the day. We flipped way green too. We were up 19 bucks on the day. Now up 600 bucks. What's moving? My guess is that it's SPY. Let's pull up the SPY chart here. Yeah, we're getting a little bit of a bounce in SPY. Here's the one day. Let's go. Stimulus kicking in. Fewer virus concerns. I'm guessing that's the story. But love all you guys. Thank you so much for coming out and hanging with us. This is ZingerNation. This is Power Hour. Again, we want this to be the best trade idea resource out there, guys. Please smash that like button for us. Hit subscribe. I'm going to be back at it at noon Eastern tomorrow. We're going to be talking more stocks. I've got a couple live trades that I'm going to be putting on during the show tomorrow. And we are going to get this thing rolling. Sound good, guys? Peace out and happy trading.